I think it's a lovely project to, because I think the shape is beautiful. It's about as useful as a kid's top. On the other hand, I gave one for Christmas to my brother-in-law, who's a physics geek, and he was really excited. I gave him the write-up as well from Scientific America.
Wait a minute, Steve, are you excited?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, let me hit the high points by way of summary so that we can all remember. Something I haven't said yet, coarse patterned woods create margins along here which are highly visible. Oak, for example, you see the grain changing direction. Some people find that visually unpleasant. Walnut's a lot better for that. Your choice. Remember, you got to plane those surfaces, otherwise you won't get a good hot glue joint and you won't get tight margins on your finished product. Don't forget to cut those V's, right? Because we want the pressure this way. We don't want to be pushing that glue joint apart. Hot glue is the way to go for the temporary joint, and Type Bond 2 for the finished joint once the twist is done.
Is there anything else besides hot glue?
Not to my knowledge. Geiger recommended hot glue. I think Barbara recommends hot glue.
Yeah, hot glue is the way
Put
to
some
go.
flour and water on it.
Okay, don't ever.
My pancake.
Remember, this is so important and you're so likely not to do it unless you're really being conscious. Take this thing off there, because that's a wedge.
Wedge.
Remember that the width
Wedges
here
are not fun.
is the width here, and behave appropriately. If you're cutting one that's really, really deep and comes down to a real small edge here, remember you got to spin this thing at the end. You're cutting the last passes with a very, very small spindle. So somebody like Cecil, no problem. Somebody like Mike with his ham hands, not so good.
Big problem.
After demounting the black, you're going to break the hot glue joint with denatured alcohol. We said that. Use a Dremel. After permanently gluing the two pieces together, do not be bummed out by any irregularity at the margins. You're going to trim those off with a Dremel, and then for final sanding, you're going to sand with the grain with your regular, by hand with your paper. And as I've showed, you can take a drill press. I take, by the way, a sandbag, a little mini sandbag like you'd use for a cornhole game, and I use it on my drill press to be able to pull down the drill press and drill a small hole into the edge. And that's a piece of brass rod that I got at the hardware store. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a Femisphere.
Well done.
Cool, dude.